Hello, hello, hello. How the fuck are ya? This is Archangel coming back at you with my predictions for the K1's Heroes event. Uh, Jumping into it, it's going to be first fight of the night should be Marcelo Garcia versus Daewon Kim. This is the big awaited event, or big awaited debut, I should say, of Marcelo Garcia. He's a BJJ god, probably one of the best pound for pound in the world, probably even best in the world, not even pound for pound, open weight. He's probably the best in the world as well. They got him going up against Daewon Kim, South Korean, probably a judoka. Judo is huge in South Korea. Uh, I've looked at his record. I don't know much about him outside of the fact that he's very susceptible to subs, uh, which is good because unfortunately for most BJJ guys, they tend to get pwned in their first fight or in the first couple of fights because they just don't switch to the striking on the ground very well. Uh, Jakar is a great example. But yeah, I got Marcelo winning by sub in the first. Daewon Kim seems very susceptible for subs, and he's going up against the best sub guy in the world. So go figure. Next fight of the night would be Bernard Aka versus Poa Suganuma. Bernard coming from the Ivory Coast, Peo coming from uh, Hawaii. Bernard is a Taekwondo guy, highly decorated in Taekwondo, or in my opinion, Taekwondo gay. But he's also a pretty good kickboxer and is supposed to have some pretty good power in both legs, both hands, and his knees. He's got 3 fights to his credit, 1 loss coming from Melvin Manhove, but there's no shame in losing to Melvin Manhove, in my opinion. That guy's got the best knockout power in the game today. In both hands, both feet, both knees, both elbows, and yeah, pretty much if he headbutts you, he'd probably knock you out. Poa coming from Hawaii, that means he's gonna have a great chin. That means he's gonna be ready to scrap. That means he's ready for an all-out war, and he's he is a really great grappler. He's a great wrestler, and he's got vicious ground and pound. He was an Icon fighter. I saw a couple of his fights for Icon, or a couple. I saw the one fight he had for Icon, and the couple of fights he had for Pancrase, and he looked pretty good, pretty dominating, and I think that's what's going to happen here. I got Poa Suganuma via unanimous decision. I think he's just going to take Bernard down and dominate him on the ground. He might get the ground and pound stoppage, maybe. Maybe not. I mean, Bernard looks like a pretty strong guy for their size. I think their size is 185, and he looks like a pretty big, strong guy. So he might not be able to really put him away. He'll just dominate him. Next on the night, Carlos Newton versus Shungo Oyama. I'm gonna go with the underdog here. Carlos Newton. Everybody knows. Most people who knows anything about MMA knows who he is. Former welterweight champion for the UFC. Had that wicked power bomb slam where he choked out Matt Hughes, and then Matt Hughes dropped him and knocked him out, and that's how Matt Hughes won his title for the first time. Has a bulldog choke over Pat Miletich, and he's got a lot of big wins. He's got a lot of bad losses too. For a guy as talented as he is, he's got a lot of bad losses. But he's probably world class jiu-jitsu. Really strong, really fast, really good guy, and he's smart. He's extremely smart. Problem with that is, Oyama eats grapplers for breakfast. He has wins over Rodrigo, Hinzo, Gracie, and Valentin Overeem. Valentin might not be the best grappler in the world, but Rodrigo and Hinzo are, and they're Gracies, and he's got wins over them. It looks like he eats grapplers for breakfast and spits them out, and that's what Newton is. He's a grappler. He's not a ground and pounder. He's not anything like that. He's a grappler. So I got Oyama winning this probably by split decision. I think it's gonna be basically him sitting his fat ass on top of Carlos and not getting subbed. Next on the night would be Lee Tae-hung versus Yoshida Yamamoto. Lee Tae is a Korean sumo wrestler. Had 1 fight to his credit, and that was a loss in Pride against a BJJ guy that he got knocked out by. But the BJJ guy was supposed to have pretty good hands. So I can't remember the guy's name. Oh, sorry. I accidentally stepped on my dog. He hasn't fought since 2006, but he's fighting Yamamoto Guy has 22 fights compared to Lee Tay's 1 fight. But out of those 22 fights, 16 of those fights are losses. So, take that as you will. It looks like he likes to throw leather. It looks like he's a striker or attempts to be a striker. Yeah, I just got Yamamoto via KO in the first. I just don't see how a sumo wrestler is gonna really do anything in a cage. I just don't see how that transfers over. Next fight of the night, Tai Kin. I think that's a Ti Kin. I can't pronounce that. Versus Zelg Glassic. Zelg Little Crow Cop Glassic. That's what his nickname is, or one of his nicknames is Little Crow Cop. Basically, Zelg has proven himself a great striker against anything but Judicas. Judicas are his kryptonite. He's got 2 losses now in a row against really good Judicas, and, luckily, Tai Kin is not a Judica. Tai Kin is a highly decorated karate black belt and kickboxer. So this should be a good striking war. Should be really fun to watch. I think Zelg's going to win it. I think Zelg's got better knockout power. That's what Zelg's known for. That's why they call him Little Crow Cop. Really good knockout power. So I got Zelg via KO, probably in the second round. I'll say in the second round. Next fight of the night, Dong Sik Yon versus Fabiano Silva. Dong Sik Yon is a great Judica. He's just coming off of wins over Melvin Manhov and Zelg Glassic. That's how you pronounce his name? Yeah, Galzik, whatever. But Zelg, he's coming off of wins off of them. But those are primarily strikers, so you can't really say much about them. He's fighting Fabiano Silva, who's a shootbox protege. So he's a good striker, but that's the one good thing about shootbox. They're also not too bad on the ground. They're not the best on the ground, but they're not bad on the ground. They're Brazilian, so obviously they're going to have good Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Dong Sik Yong has shown that he likes to dismantle and dominate strikers. If Fabiano comes in there looking to be the striker that shootbox likes to make, he's going to have a lot of problems, and I see Dong Sik Yong winning by sub in the second round. What he needs to do is rely on his Brazilian jiu-jitsu. No talkie for you. Rely on his Brazilian jiu-jitsu and basically try to win the fight there. Next fight of the night, Min So Kim versus Minowa, the Punk Minowa. Another Judica. Like I said, South Korea loves their judo. He's going to be way bigger than Minowa. I'm talking about a 60-pound difference here. But he's going against Minowa. And if anybody's good at fighting bigger guys, it's going to be Minowa. He's dynamic. He's fast. He's got great submissions. He's pretty much they put him against so many big guys in his lifetime that I think he's basically just gotten used to wanting to fight the bigger guys. Maybe he's the one that requested this. Maybe they offered it to him and he liked it, so he took it. I'm taking Minowa in the first round. If it goes past the first round, it's going to look bad for Minowa because the big guy is going to start getting slick, so it's going to avoid Minowa's submissions, and Minowa is going to get tired for having a big guy on top of him. Next and final fight of the card would be Akiyama versus Dennis Kang. Akiyama, another great Japanese Judica. One loss to his record was against JBL, Jerome LeBanner, or JLB. Yeah, Jerome LeBanner. I'm sorry, JBL. Jerome LeBanner, and that guy outweighed him by almost 70 pounds. So he's fighting Dennis Kang. Dennis Kang, American, actually Canadian, but he trains in America at American Top Team. Great hands, great power in his hands, good wrestling, pretty decent submissions. He's only had one loss in the last 4 years, and that was because he was injured. So, the smart money will be on Akiyama. Akiyama has amazing judo. He should be great on the ground. He should be great standing. His hands aren't anything to... He obviously has great defense if he's been in there with Melvin Manhov and Jerome LeBanner. So the smart money's on Akiyama. It's a smart pick, but I'm not being smart. I'm going to be dumb and pick Kang via unanimous decision. I think Kang is just going to be too strong and hold him down and dominate him.